Since we're on this, I'm going to tell you a funny thing, because see, at Willamette, of course, they see themselves as a legacy of Jason Lee. And at the time that I went to school there, they had a sign out in front, founded in 1842 by Jason Lee and the early Christian pioneers. And we believed that, and it wasn't until much later found out that was totally bunkum. Nothing happened about a university in 1842. Jason Lee had set up the mission for Indian children in 1834. But the trouble is, as you know, by 1842, most of the Indian kids had died or been taken away by their families as a total failure. And by that time, they realized there's not enough Indians around here who are interested in us. But now we were getting white kids. And so in 42, as they basically dropped the Indian mission school and turned it over to the white kids. And it's really an ugly chapter. In other words, 1842 is the worst year of Willamette history, from my perspective. That's where they, like, you know, when Jason Lee went back east in those years, he was going around speaking about how they were saving the souls of the savages, and Easterners poured money in. You know, they loved this idea of us Christianizing the Indians, and they came out with all this money, and much of that money was just wasted building mills and so forth, enriching the Methodists. And so finally the headquarters back east basically came out and said this isn't working anymore, and basically kicked Jason Lee out of the position. So the point is, to say that we were founded in 1842 by Christian pioneers is nonsense. All they did was kick the Indians out and bring the white kids in, and Willamette actually didn't start till the 1850s, like another decade later. But I can't sing worth a darn. But see, at Willamette, I got to tell you, back in the day when I was there, every year we put on what was called freshman glee. In the year of 1842, when the West was wild and free, dear Jason with his wagon train journeyed across a lonely plain. And then there's something about how they pause for the night, and then one night down in a valley wide and slow, Jason's cart began to slow down. And then we sing something about how they all got settled there and they were sitting around praying. But then the Indians appeared. Their prayers were interrupted, for on a yonder hill an Indian stood standing, and he wasn't standing still. Then we had the chorus. Mighty Jason fought those red men so terrible and fierce. He fought 'em left, he fought 'em right, and when the smoke had cleared, there stood Jason with a smile and saw those Indians dead for a mile. Rock that ox cart, Jason Daddy, make those crazy cows move. Rock that ox cart, Jason Daddy, get them in the groove. Jason fought those terrible redskins, destroyed their plans, and because of Jason's gallantry, Willamette you now stands. In other words, there is absolute vile racism of the worst order. No Indians ever attacked Jason Lee, not once. And this idea that Willamette was built there where there was an Indian battle, there was never an Indian battle. The whole thing was total nonsense, and there was no faculty, no administrators to tell us how wrong we were. And so the night of the contest, boy, we marched up there and we bellowed out that song, and we were great, and it was so clever and new. We won. The freshman class almost never won. And the other classes were so mad at us, they felt, well, you guys did a rock song, this kind of a thing. So the whole point is, this is how Willamette University remembered Jason Lee at that time. Totally inaccurately. Well, now you know a whole lot completely different about him.